Hello and welcome to the semifinals of Grand Prix Everrime, where we are facing a rematch of our round one against Provocative. No rolling. I am the high seed. I am the number one seed. So I will be on the play for the remainder of this tournament, both matches, if I get that far. Okay, sorry for that. And we're already starting out with an interesting sort of thing. So, in summary, the plan for game one is to just get to the combo as fast as possible. His hand of Herald's Awakening, which is not a great blocker in this matchup, but it does something. Can hold off a little bit of early aggression. Fabricated Anomaly on 3, Envoy for value on 4, get back what Herald discarded. I think this is worth keeping on the play. I just hope to find some stuff that does something. Herald Awakening, draw, Venture Capitalist. Interesting. This might be turn 2 This might be Venture Capitalist for Stella's Journal. Yeah, turn 2 Venture Capitalist for Stella's Journal. Turn 3 Envoy get back Fabricated Anomaly. Yeah. This is not a line I've taken before this tournament, but I think it's the right line in an aggro matchup where they don't have any of their one drops. That's great news. No melons. No, oh, hi, Ignited Soul. You would have been great on turn 1. Does that change my plan? It could. I could delay a turn. I could play Ignited Soul this turn. Next turn, Venture Capitalist for uh, probably yeah, I could Ignited Soul this turn. Next turn, Venture Capitalist for I guess I don't have anything great to get. I'd love to get Archaic Obelisk at some point. And then Envoy turn 4 instead. I think it's better to go for the faster option here. Let's grab Stella's Journal. X equals 0. And next turn, we're just going to sack that to Venture Capitalist. Stella's Journal is a powerful card in this deck, but this is not the game one against aggro. I don't expect I'm going to be using it very often. They top deck a Husk Forger. They surely would have played that last turn if they had it. Which means they have nothing again. Misty Peak, not ideal, but I can start discarding these lands to my Fabricated Anomaly now. Combo pieces. 1 of 3. I'm going to discard Misty Peak to this, but there's no need to do that right now. And I think I'm a pretty well set up board against aggro, wouldn't you say? 4 creatures, including lifelink, stuff that buffs my guys. Opponent doesn't have red mana right now, which could be what's holding them back. This is Redeemer. This is Rosin. Okay. They have a second spell to cast that costs 2 less. They do. It's Redeemer. Okay, that's pretty good. That's a pretty good turn 3. And Rosin's now going to be a 4/4 with Ward's large number. Oh, it's going to exile cards from my graveyard? Let me discard this Misty Peak. Sanguine Palace, don't really want that. I want to give them the counter. I don't want to give them the treasure token. Because they don't have red mana. I don't want to give them access to red mana if I don't have to. Well, that's certainly a strong turn 3. And me having only gone through 13 cards of my deck. Let's start speeding that up. More lands is not really what I'm looking for. Discard Sanguine Palace, draw another Fabricated Anomaly. Not really that useful. Looks like gonna be swamp, just play out the, I guess, fabricated anomaly, make untapped puzzle box. Puzzle box, loot away enigmatic fen. Find ignited soul. I guess I play an ignited soul. Might be on the chump block mode. I suppose I could attack with a creature and get it up to. No, I can't get. I don't have five thing. I would need five cards in graveyard to get fabricated anomaly up to a to get venture capitalist up to a 4/3 attacker. I could attack with envoy, make it a 4/4, but I'd want it to be bigger than that. Yeah, their creatures are going to get quite large, but not that large. Like if they're just a 4/4, I can double lock with two anomalies, and I don't need both. Obviously, Rosin's going to be enormous. Husk Forger. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to give them red mana this turn. Second spell costs 2 less. Revolt at the Palace. Yeah, this is getting quite big. What are they attacking with? Would love to find venture capitalist for more Orange obelisks. I also do need to be concerned about like keeping my graveyard stocked. Like I am eventually going to need to protect a substitute in my graveyard. So two redeemers. I'm gonna get two treasures here. Okay, Rosin can attack, and I don't have amazing blocks there. I guess I could trade two anomalies for it. Okay, they're just not attacking if anything. Sanctum. Yep. So now I'm really regretting on this venture capitalist for Stella's journal. Ooh. This is Envoy. Oh, right, not Puzzle Box, but Envoy. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm really wishing I venture capitalist for Archaic Obelisk a little later. Okay, well, I'll have to find something. Not much going on right now. All that remains. Oh, that's great. That's exactly what I was looking for. I'm going to cast that right now. Yeah. Go my top three. Land Programmed Pursuer. Not in suit. Program Pursuer is a fine thing. Flashback all the remains. Discard Ignited Soul. Look at my top three. Land Exorcist. Goodness, I'm getting through a lot of lands. That for sure. Well, that was a good set of draws, and it's really stocked my graveyard, so I can um protect myself from future Redeemer hits. I think my opponent's going to take quite a few turns to kill me from this position. I should make sure I have blockers back for the when they're Volt of the Palace pop, so they can't give their creatures trample. That's just going to be chump blockers. Ooh, no. Genius Placer gives Rosin flying. That's really bad. Yeah. See, I could have venture capitalist for all care gobble. I probably wouldn't have seen that many additional cards deeper, to be sure, and I probably would have gotten hit at some point because I wouldn't have had Envoy down as quickly. But yeah, Genius Placer teaching Rosin and eventually Redeemer flying means I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm dead next turn. Uh, and Rosin is of course unkillable. It's got Ward 6. So yeah. Oops, sorry, it's my bad. Yeah, this looks like a loss. Can I win next turn? I don't think I can. I can't draw... I can't draw two substitutes and an envoy in the two looks I have. Yeah, I'm thinking that it's possible that... Well, first of all, I did in my top 24 cards, I did not find any way to kill Rosin before it got out of control. So that's pretty bad in general. But if I think the venture capitalist for Envoy land was bad. I should have been trying to keep Envoy in hand because that's my combo kill, and I don't want to get exiled by Sanctum Repression. Instead, I should have been trying to venture capitalist for Archaic Obelisk, which in the long run gets me more looks. Oh, there's three redeemers. Never mind. Sorry. Thinking of three treasures. Yeah, they're going to teach rather than flying. I'm going to make them go through with it because this is. Oh, wait, they give it double strike next turn? Yeah, I'm super dead. Weird. There might be some weird thing I've not thought of, but double strike ward 6 Rosin, I think, is going to do it. Not like I have flying blockers. Yeah, kind of an unfortunate draw. Also, perfectly could have been a mulligan, but I think that's probably not the case. Opponent's going through the motion, but I think, I guess, if from their perspective, I could have two substitutes in hand, in which case Envoy draw kills them. Or does it even? It could get close. Attacking go 3/3. Gonna do normal blocks here and take 9. But yeah, I think this is over. There's some really weird situations that can get me out of this. It involves I have to draw. Okay, it's like really weird. Okay, not gonna happen here. I think it has to be like all that remains is a card that gets me out of this. I have to be able to like loot away all that remains, cast it, bin a substitute, bin two substitutes, and then finally find a land and an envoy somehow between the puzzle box draw and the all that remains. So I could theoretically win. That's why I shouldn't scoop, but I'm gonna. Yeah, Sovereign Execution is too late. Okay, wow, we were one game away from elimination. Same sideboard plan as last time. Oop, not Herald Awakening. Herald Awakening stays in. United Souls out. All that remains out. Frag in. Golden Bloom in. Whitecliff Pilgrim in. Fiend in. What was the last? I think it actually might have been Herald Awakening cut. Yeah. Okay. More of a mid-range plan going into game 2, but really unfortunate to lose a game 1 with this deck. This deck is it gets a lot of mileage of the fact that it's usually heavily favored in game 1s. Yeah. I don't think it would have mattered because that draw, there was no substitutes in the top half of my deck, so I don't think it was likely I was winning either way. But unless there were like two substitutes hiding, but I should have been setting up venture capitalist for Archaic Obelisk with that hand, keeping Envoy in hand. On the play, let's get going. Okay, this hand. Yeah, this hand looks pretty good. It's got two removal spells. Got two removal spells for threats. Got an Exorcist on the turn 2 on the draw on the play. Got a Venture Capitalist, which can find whatever it is I need. Doesn't have black mono, but that's not a huge deal. I mean, yeah, this is the kind of thing I'm sideboarding into. Okay, tap Riven Jungle. No Husk Forger. Found an Envoy. Good to see. And in the interest of spending my mana, I'm going to get out this Exorcist. I'm not that concerned about their 2-drops, which aren't that high impact. I'd like to stop them from getting a Crucible. I'd like to stop them from getting... Redeemers are annoying. Onomastic. Onomastic could name Envoy or Substitute, but I can just kill it. I think I'd probably take Sanctum here. Yeah, I'm not... This hand is slow. I have removal. I should take things that don't... I should take things that have removal. This 2/3 is a relevant blocker with Onomastic and Splicer. Sanctum. They might not have white mana, by the way. I'm giving them credit for having white mana and being able to cast these cards. Planes. Okay, they did have the planes. And this is going to be Onomastic? No, it's Splicer. That's fine. Splicer's kind of slow if they don't have anything else going on. Enigmatic Fen is quite a good draw here. Okay, options include Venture Capitalist for land. That's not very useful. It's probably just Enigmatic Fen, untapped, execute that. Not really the thing I'd like to be spending my Sovereign's Execution on, to be quite frank. Yeah, I'm going to tap Enigmatic Fen, hit them with Exorcist. No, I don't think I'm the beatdown, especially with this hand. I'd much rather be able to Venture Capitalist for Archaic Obelisk. Or for, even Golden Bloom of the Silenced could be a reasonable thing to be getting. Or Substitute for a little bit more mana. I don't think it's worth spending right now when I have Execution available. But I will attack. This can always teach itself flying. And if this hits me, it actually discounts Execution, saving me a life. And if they play like a Redeemer here, I'd like to just kill that. I'm going to shock in another Urban Jungle. Okay. Onomastic. There's no way they name Sovereign's Execution. That'd be a crazy name. Wow. Yeah, reading my 2 mana left up. That's fair. I could have executioned in response, but okay. Okay, I don't have great ways of killing Onomastic that aren't Sovereign Execution. Is it going to teach itself flying? Yeah, it can hit me for 2. Do I want to trade this Sovereign Execution for a 2/2 ground creature? How else can I kill this? I could kill it with a frag. Maybe I should have killed Genotype Slicer in response. I just didn't think they'd name it. That's really good on them. I don't think the 2/2 ground creature does anything, and I might unlock these later. With a frag. Honestly, no, actually. Make my 2/2. It's unfortunate, but I think that's what I have to do here. Oh, I draw the Archaic Obelisk. Okay. So, what they've not demonstrated is a way to stop the combo. So I should start moving towards that, because I already have Envoy and Capitalist can get a substitute, so I'm actually, like, most of the way there. Ooh. They're just gonna let that trade happen? So I effectively Onomastic traded for execution, except I didn't have to pay 3 life. Why did they do that? Do they have another one? I'm confused. Well, I'm going to play an Archaic Obelisk. And ship the turn with another execution up. Now they could easily have oh, they're paying 2 life. They could easily have Crucible here to stop my combo, but they could easily also not. Redeemer? I don't want to give them... Actually, wait, no, that just gives them... Okay, I'm making all sorts of sloppy plays. I should not have said that. They just get a +1/+1 counter on that, and they have to commit with a Genotype Placer. You know, it's now going to teach itself flying, probably. Yep. That was very sloppy of me. I should not have done that. Oh, just flying and lifelink. Okay, that's bad. Okay, I'm going to take my 2. They're going to gain 2 from lifelink. I'm going to execute their Redeemer, paying no life. I'm an Archaic Obelisk. Milling 2 lands. I don't think it's worth getting on as those. Untap, draw. Fiend of the Crimson Pact. Okay, wow, maybe I should have gotten back one of those lands. I'm going to tap his Obelisk. Wow. Do I just get Whitecliff Pilgrim? Okay, I have a few options here. Okay, let's focus. Option 1, grab Whitecliff Pilgrim, play Whitecliff Pilgrim, play Venture Capitalist for land. Draw a card. Option 2, let Whitecliff Pilgrim go to graveyard, play Envoy, get back Whitecliff Pilgrim. That exposes my Envoy to their potential removal, but it keeps Archaic Obelisk around, and it means I'd like to find a land later because I have this Whitecliff Pilgrim that's going to draw me cards. Yeah, I think that's the right play. Attack you for 2. They're just not putting any pressure on me. Now I can just do this. I will find a land eventually between Whitecliff Pilgrim draws. Venture Capitalist can get me stuff if I need to. Tapped Sicketed Path. What I'd love to find is another Exorcist to protect me from possible, like, revolts at the palaces that might be coming. This unit plays a long way from killing me. It's a long way from attacking through a Fiend of the Crimson Pact, actually. Oh, they do have another Onomastic. What is this gonna name? Substitute? I would bet Substitute. Frag. And they have the Crucible of the Burning Sun as well? Yeah, that's what that means. Okay, that means this Obelisk isn't going to do much. Crucible's going to eat a land. Okay, well, I guess they have 1 card in hand, though, so I'm probably going to have to, like, mid-range them to death at this point. And even though I have this Venture Capitalist, which would draw me a card of Whitecliff, I think I'm just running out Fiend. Like, Fiend is a good value engine. If they revolt at the palace, or... Yeah, I could Venture Capitalist for... I don't know. Okay. My other option is Venture Capitalist for Substitute. Substitute copy Exorcist. Exorcist is the last card out of their hand. That draws me a card off of Whitecliff Pilgrim this turn, which is nice. And it means if they have like a Revolt at the Palace or something in hand, which is quite likely, they clearly don't have that much going on, and they played their 5th land instead of cycling it. I think that may be better than Fiend here? If they play Fiend, they're trying to go get Sanctum, which can kill my Fiend. It's not the end of the world. I also get to attack them for 5. Well, okay. Let's start by attacking them for 5. And I would not like to treat Pilgrim for Onomastic. I think Pilgrim is better. I gain 3 from Envoy. Neither of us are dying anytime soon with these lifelink creatures. I feel in a commanding enough position that I'm going to capitalist for substitute here. Next turn, they make this into a 3-2. Turns out I play Fiend. They make it into a 4-3. It still can't block Fiend. They could have a land in hand. But if they have a land in hand, I feel pretty secure anyways. Venture Capitalist. Find. Karina's Substitute. And then draw a card. Draw another Karina Substitute. Interesting. Shock and Enigmatic Fan. Play Substitute. Knew it! I knew it! I knew there was a revolt in their hand. I could smell it. It's great. Now they have nothing. Now they have nothing in hand. They can start teaching their stuff flying and lifelink, but I have more lifelink than they do. They're very close to just dying here. Because remember, Envoy can always chuck my entire board at them. They're top decked a land. They might just be dead next turn. What, they can hit me for 4 lifelink? Not that much. They can gain 4, going to 13. And then I can hit them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's chuck my board. Yeah, that's lethal, probably. Yeah, lifelink, and then 3-2. Oh, right, yeah. This doesn't attack. Boy. The hits, they just keep coming. Okay, if I execute this, how much do I attack? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I just chuck my board at them and they die. Okay, that'll do. That'll do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chuck my board at them with Envoy, and they die. That gets exiled. You have Crucible in play. Okay! Nice little game 3. We're going to be in the draw game 3, but that's a way to win a game. Gonna let my opponent just... They've decided to be on the play. Which is very wise of them. What do I think of this hand? This hand does Sovereign's Execution. Into turn 3, Venture Capitalist, and turn 4, Venture Capitalist, into turn 5, Fiend. My opponent is mulliganed. Good enough to keep. Sovereign's Execution makes this good enough to keep. If they play one of their scary 3-drops on turn 2, I can kill it with Sovereign's Execution. Opponent mulls to 5. They should keep doing that. Opponent can certainly have some scary 5-card hands, but Sovereign's Execution solves a lot of them. This is a hand I like a lot more. Oh no, they're going to 4. Oof. I'm going to hit them with the oof. Keeping 4. Okay, yeah. Boy, I love having removal when my opponent mulls to 4. And they're on the play, too? Oof. Le ouf très grand. I'm extremely ready for my opponent to mull to 4. Thank you for asking. Seconded Path, Husk Forger? Husk Forger. Fine by me. Program Pursuer. That's a great 3-drop. Enigmatic Fan? Go. I'm probably going to win this game with Program Pursuer. Calling it now. Okay, the scariest thing they can do now is play, not even Redeemer. Scariest thing is actually Ironback Tyke. It's Redeemer, though. Yep. They don't, oh, Third Venture Capitalist. They don't have Ensconce or anything in their deck. Right, there's nothing that bad that could happen to me if I let that live. Yeah, they have no instance of any kind. They could never respond to me to me having Sovereign Execution, so yeah. If they play a Virtualized Automatic, I'll kill this in response. And then I'll run out Program Pursuer. Yeah, I mean, like, turn 1 Husk Forger, turn 2 Redeemer is the kind of thing. Okay, they're obviously going to attack with it, so I'm just going to Sovereign Execution that now. Attack with Husk Forger. Urban Jungle. Tapped. Oof, nothing to do. Envoy. Sure. I'll do something if my Program Pursuer dies. Well, they didn't. If they had a creature large enough to block, if they had a 3-mana creature last turn, they would have played it instead of attacking me with Husk Forger. So they don't have another Redeemer or a Tyke. They could have Revolt at the Palace. That'll definitely be a good thing for them to have here with 5 mana. No, it's just Automastic. Yeah, and this Multifor does not look like it's been as explosive as they need their Multifors to be. They've named Envoy the Fallen, but that's I don't think I'm going to need Envoy the Fallen here. Exorcist comes a little too late, but Program Theory gets in. I lose a life and draw a card. It's another Envoy. Okay, that's a little annoying. Just going to run out Venture Capitalist for, where is it? Warpway Rings. Ship the turn off. Draw a card. If they find Revolt of the Palace. Okay, Ironback Tyke I can probably deal with. Okay, they're going to be able to level. They're not actually doing nothing. They could level up Husk Forger, but I should be able to deal with this. Pretty embarrassing if I wasn't able to solve this problem. Hazak District, untapped Hazak District. Very nice. So next turn they can turn this into a 7/7. It's pretty good. I can attack with Program Pursuer. I could also hold it back to block. Yeah, this is a Fiend of the Crimson Pact angle. And do I attack with Pursuer or do I hold it back to block? I just hold it back to block. Prevent the worst from happening. I don't need the card. I need to not die. If they level up Iron Tyke, I will block a Program Pursuer. Okay, their answer to Fiend is Sanctum of Repression. They top deck as usual when they mulligan. If they top deck perfectly, they can keep playing the game. But if they ever mess up a top deck, it's over. For mana, it looks like Ironback Tyke being used. Yep. Their other creatures still can't attack because I have Fiend. Oh, wait. Oh, they also have Sanctum? They have Crucible. Okay. If they attack with this, I'm blocking a Program Pursuer. They're not even attacking. Okay. Oh. They're crucibling themselves so they can get closer to Scry faster. Neato. Okay, I have 6 mana and I can Fiend. Things I could Fiend for. A removal spell for Virtualized Automastic, or a removal spell for Crucible, or a removal spell for It's probably a removal spell of some kind. And then while I'm doing that, I could also Venture Capitalist for a 2 mana card. I'd love to Venture Capitalist for substitutes to copy Fiend and have more Fiends and more Program Pursuers. I should probably kill this Ironback Sovereign so it doesn't make their whole board into 6/6s. And then I should just run out of Venture Capitalist X equals 2, getting... Oh, Stella's Journal. How big can I make a Stella's Journal? I have 5. So I could get Stella's Journal X2. It doesn't actually do very much with these useless envoys in hand. So Fiend gets probably Sovereign's Execution. Venture Capitalist gets. Oh, I know. Venture Capitalist can get Golden Bloom naming Crucible. Yeah, that's definitely the play. Okay. Attack with Fiend. Search my library for Sovereign's Execution. Put it into my hand. Cast it. It gets exiled, which actually I probably did want. Venture Capitalist for Golden Bloom of the Silenced. Naming Crucible. Okay. Yeah, I think once again, okay, they top deck a land. They can level up Husk Forger if they feel like it. I'm just gonna block, let them level it up, and let the trade happen. Take one. Yep, 5/5 trample. They die. Archaic Obelisk. It actually does something now. There's no Crucibles in play. Can I combo kill this turn? No, I need to remove Automastic and find 2 substitutes, which I can't do. What I can do is just hit my opponent for 9. Or 7, they just let that die. Do I have lethal here? It's probably not relevant, but let me just see if I have lethal. I need to venture capitalist for a substitute. No, I need 2 substitutes. I can't get 2 substitutes. I can only get 1. Uh, but venture capitalist for a substitute, copy fiend. Seems like it's probably good enough. I could play envoy, get back. Yeah, this is probably good enough. For substitute. That should be good enough. Oh, did I forget to search with Fiend? I did completely forget to search with Fiend. Whoops! Okay. Whew. Okay, we are on to finals. Faye. Kind of just a fizzled out game 1. Game 2 was kind of fought the mid range fight. And opponent kind of fizzled out. And then game 3 was bad bubbles. So, waiting for us in grand finals. Who else could it be? It's my nemesis. See you then. Good night.